because of me. Hey yo, chats. Hello. I'm back. I'm back. So it was a network problem. I didn't set up like my mobile for they finally they get us like here the 5G and yeah. So it's been a long time. It's been like more than a week. I was focusing with some stuff and the thing that I'm staying like consistent in is that like I'm posting like every day a short, like even if it's just a short, like just one, you know. That's like when I stayed consistent with YouTube. That's like the thing that I'm proud of myself. Because of that, like I get all of those like subscriber, and I'm very very grateful for all of you. When this life, you know, it's just an excuse for me to meet up with you here. So we are still learning, and you know, at the beginner level, I'm gonna calling it like that because like it's been just like, you know, it's a long time. Let's call it 9 months. I don't know, you know, like I didn't spoke like to a lot of like, you know, a content creator and asking them like how their adventure went through like this content creation, how they did it, especially here on YouTube. And so like, you know, but I'm a fast learner, and like I, you know, when I built the channel, I thought to myself that like it's gonna take time, it's gonna be taking time. And it's not the problem. The problem is that like if I give up, if like I give up on that, that's the problem. That's when it's gonna be problematic. But like the rest like is like manageable. And like the moment here, there is something like beautiful about it. Like maybe some people don't know about that, that like this life, you know, even if like and I'm not saying that because it's happened to me right now, but like even if you have like no viewers, and take you, you're watching me, I have one viewer because of you. Maybe if you have like zero viewers, you know, it's gonna be recorded and proposed to other people, even if me like I end up the life. So that's the beautiful thing about it. Like I didn't saw it in other, you know, other platform. I didn't experience it as me. Like even like I was just on, you know, TikTok, and like it's from a long time that like I was not. I'm not like streaming out there, and like I stream it on Twitch also, just like for video games. So yeah, it's very very energy demanding. Yo, Ronaldo or Messi? Okay. That's I'm not gonna like choose who I love the most player. Yeah, it's gonna be Messi, bro. Like Messi is the best. Yeah, Messi, bro. How are you doing? Where are you from? So that's why, like, I'm, you know, I'm thinking about like all the time what I'm gonna be doing, like, especially about those long format. And Ronaldo is goat. PC, not good, man. Oh, I didn't saw the Ronaldo, like you're a super fan, and this is a channel of like you post stuff like about Ronaldo. It's working, like, bro. You need to do it, like a documentary or something like that, in a long format. And like I'm thinking about that, like I'm all the time thinking about this long format, you know. And like I prefer to doing them, you know, live, you know, because pressing record, it's not that like I am, you know, I'm not good on editing. I'm normal, but like yeah, I'm from Algeria, especially the city of Oran, and today they won like yeah, this is Iraq in the like Arabic yeah, World Cup. Yeah, not World Cup. I don't know how you see it. League Arabic League. Yeah. So soccer Arabic League, and they won the match 2-0. Yeah, bro. Thanks for that like. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So quick here, like for the person who don't know me. So I'm a pastry chef. I'm 36 year old. I'm a parent. I'm divorced, and it's been two years now that I had a heart attack, and like I survived a heart attack, and I did the surgery in my heart because like I was smoking for 18 years. And so to this day, like I'm following, I'm following my health, and I'm focusing on that, that's why like I'm posting stuff like that about my experiences in on that situation. And we can it seems like it's a unique experience, but like you can experience that, like it's a shocking moment, that's it. So when it happened to me, like the most painful thing is that like I was in shock. I was like shocked about the event. It's traumatic, and like but like it can strengthen you, in a way. And that's what happened to me. That's why like I'm super grateful for that experience, because like it's really because like I was thinking in my imagination before it happened to me. I was thinking that like I will never survive something like that, or like being in a hospital lay down, stuff like that. Because like I was like to this day I was like attached to my daughter, to my son, to my family, to my circle. I love my family, and so like that's like the most painful thing is like the shock of that event. But like it's swishing you in a way that because like a lot of like maybe uncertainty like is gonna happen in life. So rather like being resilient and like accepting our destiny, and move on. Like I'm feeling happy right now. Like it's crazy. Like I heard like a lot of stories of people who like from experiences that like very painful experiences, like and they are super grateful for that situation that happened to them, maybe withdrawing themselves from some drugs, or smoking or anything like that, something that is painful. And that's it. So it's beautiful in a way when you detach yourself, when when you yeah get far from that event. And but like some emotional stuff that can reactivate that memory, is that like if I'm not taking care of my health and something is happening to me, like I'm gonna feel the same pain even if like nothing gonna happen to me. So that's why like I'm focusing on my health. And it's totally understandable, at 36 you can imagine that like I'm not thinking that like from our 20. Yeah, in a way that like take care of your health, train, especially if you are like working out. Like that's like the most, like working out, like walking, we know all the stuff that are good for our health. So if we start doing that like from the young age, it's gonna be beautiful. But like mostly in our 20 we don't gonna do that. We're gonna party, stuff like that. And so by that, like I want to say that like even in my 30 I was in a good form. But like it's not that the problem is that like a balance is beautiful than like just like obsessing like ourselves. I can be obsessed now just about health and losing in relationship, you know so or losing in my job. So what I found out that like balancing, and when I was sick, when I was like in a hospital, like I was thinking that like the life is just about me. So I was sometimes I was selfish, especially when in my relationship. and it taught me like a lot of stuff that like life is not just about me, it's about like my mom, like my mom feeling my daughter, my son, every person in my circle. So yeah, you get to understand that like you need to take care of yourself. It's not like it's not the work of other people. It's not the work of other people, it's just not that. And like when I was sick, like I was getting angry because like I was sometimes trying to just speak with someone of my circle, and they didn't want to hear me at maybe that time. And like I was uh, wow, I was yo, what's that like I am surviving a heart attack and you don't want to talk, just like hearing me. And it's not that like they are like rude or something like that, they are just like also like having their same their own experiences, maybe bad event, like, or they are just not you know on their mood. And so it taught me a lot of stuff, like we need to take agency, like especially I'm talking about myself, like taking agency, like and like taking care of my health, balancing between all of those stuff, and like understanding that like life is not just about us, like it's about like every person in. That's why like if you want to find happiness, like all the time, like not focusing on yourself is the best solution, because you don't gonna heal your body by that way. You're gonna like just like helping, providing, doing this, doing that. Like it could be like working, it could be like helping a coworker who is like just a beginner in a beginner level, and he's not like he wants some some help. You can like, it's just like simple stuff, like if you are doing those stuff, like it's a stress relief, like I'm experiencing that, like and that's the beauty of life, that there is some solution of like. That's why like they are all the time saying it's not something that like I'm not believing in that, but they are saying that like focus on the positive thing. They are right, because like if we are just like focusing on solution, how we gonna bouncing back from that bad situation or that bad spot, or and there is all the time some solution, how to be happy, how to be peaceful, you know how to ignore the opinion of people, how is that beautiful for you, what's to eat, it's a lot of stuff, it's a lot of stuff. That's why like I'm talking about those stuff. I love talking about those stuff. I'm passionate about those stuff, like from 2017. Like I was obsessed about health, about the power of the mind and stuff like that, simple stuff, baby step, like that can like really have like a big impact in our health, in our cognitive ability, in being smart. I was thinking like in our era, I was thinking that someone who is smart, he's born smart. It's not the work that you're gonna do that's gonna be making you smart. And like yeah, it's there is some some habit that you can like follow, and like you can be smart, you can have your focus, you can have your memory. So I was not scanning those stuff, like I was thinking that they are unscalable, stuff that like you cannot like even you have or you don't have, like soccer is obvious, you play soccer or you don't play soccer. That's like very obvious. Some talents are obvious, but like being smart, stuff like that, it's not that. It's the work that we're gonna do, the work on ourselves. Like if we're gonna work on ourselves, or we're gonna just like wishing that it's gonna happen just like that. We're gonna like waking up someday and like being smart, and that's impossible. Reading books, like detaching yourself, walking, like working out, all of those stuff, can have a big impact on like being smart, simply like being smart. And yeah, getting rid of the stress is very like helpful for stuff like that. And so like even me, like I detached myself a little bit, because like I was doing those live like I was like reactive, more reactive because I was having like other stuff to do, and but it's just an excuse, because like if I'm really focusing on what I'm gonna be doing. It's not that like I'm gonna do that and like it's something that like I wanted to. I was like, I was in my brain like negotiating, and that's not good. That's simply not good. Now I'm all about like doing like not like thinking that much like about the thing. Like sometimes like just like by going for a long walk or working out, you are thinking in your brain and rethinking about like this the same. And if we are like just doing it, it's not gonna take all of that time. So I'm believing on like that's like when the moment is like coming, like just do the stuff. And like when you end up with the task, you're gonna find yourself happy. You're gonna find yourself that like more confident on yourself, because like you know that you can rely on yourself. It's like, it's like you prove all the time to yourself when you do stuff like that. It's real, like it's very real, because like you have this self-judgment. This self-judgment is like sometimes like if you are not like just about doing stuff, this self-judgment can be like very difficult to manage, because like you're gonna be judged, and by yourself, not just like by people. Maybe they're gonna commenting to you, or like saying giving you advice, or maybe a bad stuff like opinion or anything like that. But like it's just at the end of the day, it's just like you know it's gonna happen just once, and like you're gonna move. But like if you self-judge yourself, it's gonna be destructive. It's happened to me million of times, like, and like now I'm thinking that like I'm proving to myself all the time. I'm proving to myself, and that's it. Like when I'm prove to myself, like I'm feeling that I'm increasing my confidence on myself. And like it's happened like just like by little, just baby step, not even like doing a big stuff. Like sometimes it's just like maybe sometimes it's just like about taking a shower, going to maybe you are depressed or anything like that. And I'm serious about that. Like some like we don't have any shame. Like some season in our life, like all of us like happen to us, like stuff like that. And like we need to move ourselves, motivate ourselves, and taking some accountability. And like and all my lives are not just about like motivational speech, or like sharing those stuff. Like sometimes we are sharing, sometimes there is a lot of people here, like we are interacting, sometimes like playing video games. And I was thinking even like I'm gonna bring Pasui and live doing some recipe, for the people. There is some people who live like, I have like some people here with me, like they live in India, some places like that. And we have a Pasui, a French pastry here. So it's gonna be beautiful, like croissant, pain chocolat, those stuff, millefeuille, all of those stuff are very like on some country they just don't exist. And it's gonna be valuable. So yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of upcoming. I was like saying some stuff and saying them, and they happen. And I believe on